Fellas, you know Degree Cool Rush deodorant, right? Well, last year they changed the formula, and guys were mad about it. One dude even started a petition. So guess what? Degree heard us, admitted they messed up, and brought the original Cool Rush scent back exactly how it was. And it's in Walmart, Target, and other stores now for under $4. So grab some and remember why its cool, crisp, and fresh scent made it the #1 men's antiperspirant for the last decade. Degree Cool Rush is back, and it smells like victory for all of us.
Switch to Verizon Business and get more from your internet without paying more for your internet. Get LTE Business Internet starting at $39 a month when paired with select business mobile plans. That's unlimited data, and with it, unlimited possibilities. Start saving today with Verizon Business, ranked #1 in small business internet customer satisfaction by J.D. Power. Starting price for 25 megabits per second LTE internet plan with smartphone plan savings, plus taxes, fees, and economic adjustment charge. Terms apply. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
My cat Freddie loves to be brushed and cuddled. But stirring up his cat allergens meant sneezing and itchy eyes. Then I found Purina One Live Clear. It's cat food that reduced the major allergen and my suffering in as little as 21 days. Now, we feel closer than ever. If you have issues with cat allergens, you really need to try Purina One Live Clear.
Try new Purina One Live Clear today. Purina One, a difference from day one.
Hey, it's Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast. The NBA playoffs are here, and Michelob Ultra is getting you closer to the game than ever with courtside seats and more. Enter now at MichelobUltra.com/courtside. Michelob Ultra Superior Access Courtside 2024 to 2025 sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 21 or older. Ends on July 1st, 2025. Multiple entry periods. Visit MichelobUltra.com/superior access/courtside for free entry deadlines and official rules. Message and data rates may apply. Void where prohibited.
It's almost Mother's Day, and you can now get anything you need delivered with Uber Eats. Well, almost anything. So no, you can't order a relaxing shower, but some beautiful flowers, you bet we deliver those. A bird bath? No. A bath bomb? Absolutely. It's no to a chocolate lab, but yes to some chocolate truffles. So whether it's a last-minute gift for Mother's Day, fresh groceries, or food from your favorite restaurants, get it delivered today with Uber Eats. Order now. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
The big fella is sticking around in Philadelphia through at least 2026. Welcome to the Eagles Checkdown, the fastest under 10-minute Eagles podcast. There is cover news, notes, and opinions on your favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, right here on the Eagles Pinpool Podcast Network. I'm your host, Phil Stiefel. You can also find me hosting Trending in the AM, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. live on the STT Sports Network. And I got today's episode linked below. I'd greatly appreciate you checking it out, bringing your thoughts and opinions on everything I talk about here, plus everything else going on in the world of Philadelphia sports. Greatly appreciate that, guys. And yes, the big fella, Jordan Davis. The Eagles picked up his fifth-year option for $12.9 million on Wednesday morning. That was announced. It is the start of May, so happy May to everybody. Big news. They had till May 1st to make this decision, and the decision was made. Now, there's a lot that went into this. Jordan Davis, obviously a first-round pick, the fifth-year option, just under $13 million. It's a lot of money for a guy that, in all intents and purposes, plays right around 40% of the snaps, and that is it. Last year, only playing 388 snaps, which was 37%. And in 2023, he played 519 snaps, 45%. So basically just in between. He has started every single game the last 2 years for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, Jordan Davis is never going to jump off the stat sheets for the Eagles. He's never going to put up big sack numbers or tackle numbers. Obviously, in his 3 seasons in Philadelphia, he's got a combined 90 tackles. Only 3.5 sacks, only 6 tackles for loss. But what Jordan Davis does on the field in commanding double teams, getting pressure, getting that push from being the massive size that he is. I mean, what's he weigh in at? 340, 350 pounds? He's never going to jump off the page, but what he's going to do is constantly get pressure, constantly get that push. Now, there was an argument to be made that maybe they don't pick up the fifth-year option, let him play out his fourth year next year, and then see what happens. But you would definitely lose him in free agency. And with the price of what defensive tackles are getting paid right now, look at Milton Williams' contract that he got, this offseason, you would not be able to find somebody of Jordan Davis's ability for less than $13 million. And this gives the Eagles 2 more years to try to determine whether they're capable of getting him to not just be in shape, because he's come into camp a few times in shape, but to help him learn to stay and maintain in shape. It also gives him the opportunity to keep that core nucleus of the Georgia Bulldogs together for 2 more years. And now for the next 2 years, you've got Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, you've got Moro Ojomo, who's going to take a step up this year, and obviously the new 4th-round draft pick, Ty Robinson. So your core 4 of your defensive tackles are all locked in place for the next 2 years at a minimum. So that's a big thing there. I will say that Jordan Davis, while the stats never jump off, I was doing some diving, and I kind of felt, eye test-wise, that he had a really good playoff run this past year on the run to the Super Bowl. And I got these notes offline here. He had a pass rusher grade during the regular season, according to PFF, a 65.0. But in the postseason, his pass rusher grade was 90.0. So he definitely started to show a little bit of promise. And looking at his snap counts over the years, the percentages, mind you, in 2023, his first full year as a starter, his second year in the league, jumping up to 45%. If we can get Jordan Davis to 45% in 2025, if he could play just over 500 snaps, that would be a major win for the Philadelphia Eagles, and that would be a major step forward. Would I like him to get to 550, 600? Sure. I don't think he'll ever get to that level. But if we can get somewhere between 515 and 530 snaps out of Jordan Davis, he will do just fine filling in for some of the loss of Milton Williams and helping, ease the burden on Moro Ojomo and Ty Robinson, and also filling in that Milton Williams role there. So that's the first big news. Next, Spot Track, big salary cap website, released the details of Cam Jurgens, the Eagles center's new contract extension. And they kind of combined it with what he was still on his rookie deal. So over the next 5 years, he is going to earn $73.3 million. $24.6 million was due up front this offseason as a signing bonus, and he's got another bonus next offseason of almost $15 million. But there's 2 huge things in his contract that just, again, prove why Howie Roseman is, a cap and contract master. His cap hit in 2025 is only going to be $3.5 million. In 2026, it's only going to be 5.4. 2027, 8.6. It doesn't jump to double digits till 2028 when it's 11.7 million, and then 2029 when the salary cap is going to be probably $100 million more than it is now. It's only 15.7. But the thing is, the dead cap. If it doesn't work out with Cam Jurgens, if he can't stay healthy in his career, the majority of the dead cap, if you cut him, is in the 2025 and 2026 seasons. There's not much of a dead cap after 2026 if we decide to need to move on from him. And then there's 4 void years at the end of the contract. So again, Howie Roseman with a major win and a major, showing off on the way he's his ability to manipulate the salary cap. And also, again, I've talked about it plenty of times, how Jeffrey Lurie is willing to write out that $24.6 million bonus check right off the gate. That is probably the main reason why no other GMs really have adopted, Howie Roseman's style of writing contracts and contract management and salary cap management, because you've got to have an owner willing to spend that kind of money up front, those big cash checks like that. So big deal right there with Cam Jurgens, and I love that detail from Spot Track on his contract. Finally, one other little piece of news I wanted to joke about. This is more NFL related. The Falcons, the Atlanta Falcons, have been fined as a team $250,000, $250,000, and their defensive coordinator, Jeff Ulbrich, $100,000 over the prank phone call that Jeff Ulbrich, their defensive coordinator's son, made to Shedeur Sanders on draft weekend. Somehow, Ulbrich left some kind of copy or iPad open with the phone number, on it, and his son obviously wrote that number down, stole that number somehow, prank called Sanders, and whatever. Now, the thing is, $250,000 fine to the team, $100,000 to the coach. Obviously, the kid's not going to get any fines or anything like that because he doesn't work for the league. He doesn't work for the Falcons. But these pranks happen every single year at the draft. These pranks happen to new Eagles quarterback from Syracuse, Kyle McCord, this year. He said he received 3 or 4 prank phone calls this draft process. So the question is, what kind of standard is the league making that because Shedeur Sanders fell in the draft, we're going to fine the Falcons for, embarrassing Deion Sanders' kid on national TV? What about all the other kids that get pranked? What about all the other kids that this happens to every single year? You're setting a precedent now that now you have to do this all the time. Anyway, guys, this is the Eagles Checkdown right here on the Eagles Pinpool Podcast Network. I'm Phil Stiefel. Join me on Training in the AM live at 8 a.m. We're going to be talking about all this Eagles news and more. And this is the Eagles Pinball Podcast Network. Yo, tonight, Eagles Eric will be debuting his new show right here on this channel. So make sure you're staying alive. Make sure you're staying focused. Make sure you're staying, on top of it, guys. You don't want to miss a second of the Eagles content. Everybody have a great May 1st. Go Birds. Bowls up.
Hilton brings you new ways to stay with experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
Out here, there's no one way of doing things. No unwritten rules, and no shortage of adventure. Because out here, the only requirement is having fun. Bank of America invites kids 6 to 18 to golf with us. For a limited time, sign them up for a free 1-year membership, giving them access to discounted tee times at thousands of courses. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/golf with us. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America. Restrictions apply. See BofA.com/golf with us for complete details. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation.
That's your money saying it's time for a McDonald's run. Because with new McValue at McDonald's, you get more than you expect. Like buy a 6-piece McNuggets and add a McChicken for just $1. Your money says let's go. Get more than you expect with new McValue. Prices and participation may vary. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
Hey, Fidelity. What's it cost to invest with the Fidelity app?
Start with as little as $1 with no account fees or trade commissions on U.S. stocks and ETFs.
That's music to my ears.
I can only talk.
Investing involves risk, including risk of loss. Zero account fees apply to retail brokerage accounts only. Sell order assessment fee not included. A limited number of ETFs are subject to a transaction-based service fee of $100. See full list at fidelity.com/commissions. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Vitamin Water was born in New York because New Yorkers wanted more. Like more flavor to go with all the flavor. A refreshing drink after climbing 6 flights of stairs to a walk-up apartment, or standing in the subway station in 100-degree heat. Focus when I have an 8-hour shift, and XXX after I was out all night at a club called XXX. Drink vitamin water. It's from New York.